All right. So, where we left off before, we had to go to Forest of Blood or whatever the heck it was called. It was this way. The Crimson Forest. Get a cutscene this time. Something to off here about the capture resolution. Fix that. There we go. I'm in the way of the text. Might I be better off in the other corner? Let's try that. Actually already been here, but it was before I had the objective to be here. The question is, where do I need to go now to save what's his face, the other brother? This is gonna be the first time I've used Cook in battle. I didn't even look at what like his spells or equipment are. He looks like a caster though. Oh, we got more of these spirit fucks. Back row, huh? We gotta take these guys out. Ooh, he's got white magic. We'll probably need one of those soon, but let's do an all shield. One down. Wow, he cast that in one turn. Okay. I guess Jansen would as well. You know what? Because he's gonna kill all of them next turn, basically. Let's start attacking the bug, even though it's back row. And you... And, what is this? Magical defense. I would just do a heal on Seth. Miss. Learn prayer, huh? What kind of spell that is? Probably white magic. No? Don't see it here. I wonder if I have to get the, like, acquire the spell in a chest first? Unless it's a skill. Yeah, it is. Recovers HP of one party member. Oh, so it's kind of like that, what's that from? I don't know. I've played other JRPGs before where prayer is like a no MP skill you can use to get health. Cool. I think this is the way I need to go. Next turn, I need to set skill link for Cook. Have her learn some black magic. Combination! I guess you can't see my HP if my head is here. Need a touch portal key to flip it from side to side. For now, I'm just, you know, maybe in the middle. Put it there for now. Oh, she doesn't have a ring equipped. Reinforcements. Get fucked, reinforcements. Wait, can he cast Prism? Yeah, I think it tastes... No, he can't. It would take a long time anyway. These guys have less health. Probably just take them out if I attack each one of them. And then do this on him. And maybe if I need to finish him off. There's this thing. We weren't sure what it did, I think. We're here to find her sister? I forget. Alright, this time we'll attack. We'll do just Prism. Yeah, all of them. And then we will do casting support of the user or of one party member. Yeah. One down. That means he can cast it this turn? Yeah. Another one. Wait. 73, 141. One last prism to finish it off. Do the same thing. Oops. Wrong button. I think that means we are the best. Fought a boss there. There we go.
ここでこけたのかな。あの子ちょっととろいからな。マックは先に進んでいるはずだ。行こう。
Slouch down. XSplit is zooming in on my face. It's just something I read. So far, though, I am enjoying this game significantly more than I remember enjoying FF13. Hasn't been a while since I played through FF13, but I remember it being entirely forgettable. Oh, she needs MP. Oops. I haven't seen these guys yet. $30 HP each. They're all front row. We'll take out this guy first because I think he can summon reinforcements. And we're gonna get a prism soon. And we don't need any heals. We'll just do, we'll save for MP. Ah, miss. Gotta remember to link up some black magic. You killed my mama and I hate you forever, Stimulator. Well done. Alright. I just totally missed this game. Like, I remember it coming out, but I was a PS3 kid. I had a PS3, so I didn't have the Xbox 360, and there's no way I was gonna play this at the time. I fixed people's Xbox 360s when they would Red Ring of Death. It was because the CPU heatsink was held down with clips, like not screws. It would be like clipped to the motherboard with metal hooks, and those hooks would like wear out over time. They would like bend, and the CPU heatsink would slightly lift up. So there was a kit you could buy that basically you drill out a spot in the bottom of the motherboard, and you can, not the motherboard, under the motherboard there's like a back plate, drill out a spot, and you can screw down a heatsink onto it. Yeah, exactly. Like I just said, I had a PS3. In fact, I still have it. It's a bit dusty, but there it is. Oh, Snapchat's gonna filter it out, but that's a PS3. The Last Story, on the other hand, the Wii sequel to this, is not your favorite of the two. There's a sequel to this game? I did not know that. The more you know. I didn't even really fully understand this game's existence until I saw that it was on sale the other day. Just goes to show you there's a lot of games that can fly under your radar. I love classic JRPGs though, like, you know, FF6, FF7 style stuff, so this is definitely right up my alley. And the stories are interesting. I had read that they hired some sort. Oh, I can get the save point? I guess I can go back up the elevator. I read that they hired some sort of famous Japanese novelist to write all the stories in this game, or at least the 1,000 Years of Dreams stuff. Some people probably find it corny, but I find them fun to read. The Last Story, it's made by the same guy who produced most of the Final Fantasies. Is it made by Sakaguchi? He considers it the last of his RPGs he's done traditionally, more into making mobile games. Yeah, I read about, I forget what the name of it was, but I like looked into what Mistwalker has made recently, and there was this like iOS game that looked like interesting, but I looked at some guy's review at it, and he said that like it was in 2 parts on iOS, and that the first part was decent, but then the second part got really bland. Plus it's on iOS, so I guess only people with Apple products can play it. Alright. So save point there, I guess there's an item here. Guess we still got that shadow flickering bug going on in some instances. I'm using Xenia to play this Xbox 360 emulator. I've got it scaled up 2x from Xbox 360 resolution, so I think this game normally runs at 720p. I've got it running at 1080 scaled up, and there's some artifacts here and there. Mobile JRPGs, JK idle shit, yeah. Yeah, I tried, what was it? It was like a FF7, like, idle RPG for mobile, or whatever. Oh, no, it wasn't FF7, it was like some other, like, Pokemon Go type of thing, but Final Fantasy. I forget what it was called. It was like Evictus or something like that. I don't understand what any of that meant. No offense, but I just don't get it. What's a DQ game, and what is DQ8? Dragon Quest? I suppose you're probably going to yell at me to play Dragon Quest now because I haven't played any Dragon Quest games. Word. These games take so long that it's just like you have to really get into the story to like thoroughly enjoy the game, you know? Because it just takes so long to beat them. What, you emulate regularly lately? Yeah, word. I love emulators. I've been using emulators since the 90s. My first emulator was Nesticle, probably. On my Pentium 133. You know, as long as you don't turn on the English dub in this game, the dialogue is... Oops! Okay. Alright. I wasn't paying attention there. Dragon Quest 8 and 9 look better than the current games at 2 or 4K. What did Dragon Quest 8 and 9 come out? You said it was Wii? Recent entries into the Pokemon saga look horrible, and that new open world Sonic. Yeah, I didn't play Acreus, but I saw, like, I have a friend who's playing it, and I think he kind of likes it just because he's, like, into everything Pokemon, but I remember seeing screenshots and it, like, not looking spectacular graphically. The Switch is basically a cell phone. PS2 and 3DS, oh word. I have a 3DS as well. That's upstairs, though. I love my 3DS. I have the original 3DS, like the teal one, the metallic chrome thing. There are a lot of enemies in this battle. All right. So these guys are front row, flame spheres, front row, everybody's front row. Let's get rid of these things first. And let's obviously cast Prism. And I'm just gonna try and make him cast faster. No, I could use heals. The story of this game is brutal. Like, just before this, like, the story beat was that Time here meets his daughter, who, you know, he's lived 1,000 years, so his daughter is, like, old. And, oh shit. Don't die, Cook. That was 400 damage. Yeah, he meets his daughter, who is dying, and he meets her immediately before she dies, and then she dies, and then he has to send her on a Viking funeral. I thought that was pretty brutal. Word. I think I'll definitely try one someday. Like I said, I love JRPGs, so... Yeah. I mean, I always knew they were a thing, and I actually played FF14 for a long time, and they had a ton of Dragon Quest crossovers with skins and stuff. I don't know what's good against these guys. Is it Aqua? Because they're, like, flame dudes? I guess that guy has no HP. Let's cast Ground on the flying guy, because that's a thing, I think. And let's do some healing on Kaim. As simple as the FF14's MMO, yeah. As simple as the, like, trigger mechanic is in this game, it's like, it has a kind of, like, a fun element to the battle, I think. I played FF14 for 5 years, and before that I played FF11 for 5 years. I was hardcore into those games. In FF14, I was like around before like patch 3.0. I was around like a little after patch 3.0. I was raiding regularly. Like I had a weekly raid schedule. It was fun, but I burnt out on it, you know, because every MMO turns into a treadmill. Like eventually you're just like a gear treadmill. You're just like, okay, what's the next endgame raid? Let's do the treadmill until we get the gear from that raid. And it like, you know, becomes boring and repetitive usually. There's other stuff to like sort of fill the time, like crafting and stuff like that, but it's all a gear treadmill. All right, we want to do mana herb on Jansen. Probably another one. Yep. And one on Cook. I'm gonna do some healing. Who needs heals? Kym and Cook. And we're gonna do... Jansen is going to heal. Do for now. He'll need another mana herb soon though. What did I get out of the experience? I did make some friends. I don't to be fair, I don't really talk to them anymore, but I remember like these people were like good people, and it was cool like just meeting up every week and chilling, you know? And like it was sort of like a group thing that we struggled through. Plus, I had some IRL friends that were raiding as well, and it was just like a sort of a thing to gather and do every week. What do I do now? I'm a software developer. Well, I was a software developer the whole time, but, you know, as my career has progressed, my responsibilities have gotten more and more intense, and, like, I have less and less time for this kind of thing. And a RPG that I can save and pause. Oh, no, that's this thing again. I fell for it twice. I do, yeah. Alright, I need to, like, figure out what I'm doing here. As much as I love these games, I can be a complete dumbass when it comes to, like, really obvious, stupid puzzles like this. You full stack development with yourself with C and Java. Word, I work for the MIT Department of Open Learning, and I do, right now I do management of a large-scale static site publishing system. But I've done a bunch of different stuff in the past, mostly like, I started in .NET and did .NET C#, and then for a while I did Android stuff, and I've done, like, mostly Django, like Django Python stuff. I got into Python, and like, the whole open source, like, Django Python world is amazing, and I can't imagine ever going back to .NET. Like, the whole .NET C# world is so corporate and, stay away, please. No, I gotta dodge. Okay. Is it gonna come out that again? Okay, so clearly I'm gonna get run over by a boulder if I run up there. So, what do we do here? How do I get involved with such high-level developers? I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. I have 12 years of experience. I started out just working for basically a company that contracted for Planet Fitness, and I did .NET web development through them. Like, my degree is actually in audio engineering. Like, I'm a musician, and I do like recording and stuff, but I'd taken programming classes all through school, and I'm sure, as you know, like a software career, if you have programming skills, is like, there's a lot of jobs. So, like, getting a job to pay off my loans after college was straightforward if it came to, like, you have software skills, you know? Yeah, so you're just starting, and, you know, like, I moved jobs probably around the time in my career that you're at. I moved my jobs, I moved cities and I moved to a new job. Coder 2 at a firm you're working right now. Yeah, you know, like, I think that as a software developer, you have to be prepared for completely moving to wherever the next best move is, regardless of whether it's where you're currently working or not. Because everyone I know moves jobs at least every 5 years. I know some people that, like, there are outliers, obviously. I know some people that have worked at the same company for 10 or 15 years, but a lot of people in software development are either contractors and will work for whoever, or they work for, like, I think, like, you're talking about, like, a firm where you do contract work, or just move to a completely new position. Try and run past it now, see if that does anything. That was the trick. Haha, I outsmarted you. Outsourcing for other firm projects, at least 2 teams at the moment. Yeah, so our team works with this company in Pakistan called Arbisoft, and we have meetings every morning, but like we work with them on sort of a time differential where like generally like our work is all open source. Like if you go to github.com/MITODL, it might not let you into like the root level of the organization, but there are projects under there that we do that are all open source and you can read everything we do, basically. I work on mostly MIT OpenCourseware, so it's OCW, which is a, you know, is 20 years old, is just a huge repository of MIT course materials that it's published online for free. And anybody can view it without a login. It's like probably the coolest, like most Star Trek-like thing I've worked on in that regard, where it's like just sort of like a huge database of knowledge that like we are in charge of sharing with the world. And yeah, like there are probably like, I don't know, like 15 developers in my department, 15, 20. It's just ocw.mit.edu is the website for OCW. Let me see here. I have to make sure, because some of the GitHub stuff is like locked out, like you can't view it as a public person, like maybe the root of the organization, but I think certain projects you can view publicly. Xenia is not happy with me right now that I have alt-tabbed, so hopefully this helps. More likely my monitor is not happy with me, because I can still move my character around, but I can't see anything in my monitor. Okay, I can see my mouse pointer. There we go. Okay. F11. Remember to hit F11. There we go. You're hard of hearing. Oh, okay. One sec. Let me make sure this is visible in the incognito window. Yeah. I think you can view this in incognito window. So this is our GitHub organization, where like all the work we do is published publicly. Like obviously to work on the repo you need write permissions. But OCW itself, I can probably actually just switch my scene here in OBS. Oops, wrong. Yeah, so this is OCW. So when I started at MIT, OCW was a 20-year-old platform that's like, yeah, I'll put this URL in there too. There are a lot of video lectures in OCW, but like, when I first joined MIT, OCW was 20 years old and is built on this platform called Plone, which is a CMS or content management system made in Python that's like terrible, right? So if you go to old.ocw.mit.edu, you see the old website, right? So this is like, you know, obviously made in the 90s. Like, if you, oops, I just closed the whole window, whoops. If you, like, inspect it and, like, you view it in mobile, like, it's just a desktop website. Yeah, so this is what it was up until 2 years ago. So when I was hired on, I was basically hired on to redo everything, right? So this is the new website we came up with. This released in April of this year, and this is like, you know, mobile friendly. You can view stuff and like everything actually works on a phone. This is in responsive view right now, but if you put it like iPhone size, you can see what it looks like on mobile. Yeah, you know, the biggest challenge with this was taking this whole website. So you're a developer, so you know, the only exports we could get out of the old website were in JSON format, right? So all this course material, all these pages in raw HTML, basically shoved into a JSON file with the HTML just as a text property in the JSON. And that's all you could get out of Plone, really. Because the Plone CMS, like, basically people just paste HTML into it, you know? It's like Plone, if you read about Plone, you'll understand what it is. There's like newer versions of Plone, but this is written on like Plone 2 or 3, right? And like the upgrade path for Plone is terrible. Like having to like upgrade through different versions of Plone is really, really obnoxious. So a lot of organizations just don't do it. And you know, OCW is 20 years old, so like this part of their website is like been hobbled along since the beginning. So our new system, what is it? GitHub. I typed that wrong. So we wrote two different things. We wrote OCW Studio here and OCW Hugo themes. So we're using Hugo as a static site publisher. Hugo is just like a program written in Go, like the Google language. That's just a very fast static site generator. Like if you ever heard of Jekyll or any of those, they just take Markdown and transform it into HTML. It's like oversimplified, but that's what it does. So I wrote in there, like this project has been through a lot of different paces, but I wrote this library. It's actually a node library called OCW to Hugo that takes OCW websites in that crappy JSON format, right? I don't know if I have any examples in here, maybe in the test data. Yeah. Yes. So this is what like an exported JSON file looks like from one of these courses, right? Like, there's just like a bunch of different random JSON properties, you know? It's just a bunch of garbage, to be honest. Like, but it's because it's not like necessarily their fault. It's just, yeah, it's just, you know, like the nature of the game. Like they wrote all this content in an old CMS, right? So these are all the different files attached to the course. There's like, if you look at course pages, there's the description, oh, it's HTML, and, you know, the text. This is just a property called text, right? And this is the page, is text. Text is the entire page. You see, I can scroll forever here. You keep going and going and going and going, and it's all text. Yeah. And so I looked at that, and I, like, the way I solved this is this thing called OCW to Hugo. So OCW to Hugo uses this library called Turndown, which is amazing, by the way. And its entire job is to take HTML and turn it into Markdown. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite old. So, Turndown, you can write a bunch of custom rules for it, and it will take an HTML page and restructure it as Markdown. So, that's this program's entire job, right? And like, we have a whole class here of different transformation rules that take different elements and like we'll do different things to them and turn them into different types of markdown. But basically the goal is to turn it into markdown that can represent a Hugo site. Right? So then we've got OCW Hugo themes, which is the actual Hugo theme that I've written to render the site. So a lot of people have worked on this part of it. Like, it's not just me at this team. But as far as this and OCW Hugo, like I did a lot of the groundwork for this stuff. But yeah, basically, like, so you have a couple different themes in here. Course is the one that renders those course pages. So like your layouts, you have, I don't know if you've ever used Django, but like Django is a web framework for Python, written in Python, or like ASP.NET, anything like that. So you have HTML templates here, like, what's a good place to start? Like, this is just a good example. This is the course homepage, right? And you can insert template logic in here with, like, you had 2 projects in college on it. Oh, word. Yeah, so you've got, like, template logic here, where it's just, like, delimited with these double curly braces, and then you can, like, it's Go syntax, essentially. But you can assign variables, and you can sort of template out the HTML based on code, right? So if you look at, like, so this probably will only work in my work browser. So this part of it, we wanted to make this part public, but GitHub has rate limiting that made it impossible for us to do this. So we had to use MIT's enterprise GitHub. Oops. MIT.github.edu. Why isn't that working? Oh, it's probably because I don't have certificates installed on here. Or no, it's github.mit.edu. I've had a little bit to drink tonight. Hopefully this certificate still works. And I gotta do my 2-factor authentication. But yeah, so all of our course content is installed in here, right? So, MIT OCW content is the organization where all the actual MIT courses are stored that are rendered on OCW, right? So if you go to OCW.MIT and like look at any of these courses, right? Like this is 8007. So if you look at 8007, it's just a GitHub repo, and you've got your content folder here, and you've got pages, and like these are all this matches what you see here. Like you look at this instructor insights thing, right? And like this is all just plain readable markdown, and that gets transformed into this through that Hugo template. So when it comes to, like, if you're a course author and you're writing something, so we have, this is the meat of it is this, I'll just go to RC, which is our staging area release candidate. But this is OCW Studios. This is a Django application that we wrote from scratch which is a CMS, right? So it's like, we modeled it after this thing called Netlify, if you've ever heard of Netlify, where you can, like, you can come in here and you can sort of like write websites. It's like a static site publishing system, just like OCW Studio is, kind of, where you can like come in here and you can create a site and you can set it to deploy, and then like it'll take markdown from any GitHub repo and turn it into a site. But this is like an authoring platform that we wrote for it. So like the OCW team uses this to like actually edit different pages and type things in, and like if there's a markdown editor and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's like a big Rube Goldberg machine, because like, so it's like somebody clicks publish in this page, right? So we have, this is deployed by our DevOps team, but we have this system called Concourse, which is also an open source piece of software. It's a CI/CD system, right? So if you look for Concourse CI, it's like a open source thing that you can roll out yourself. That's basically just like a CI/CD platform for doing continuous integration, but we use it to actually build the OCW website. So it's a pipeline runner, essentially, where like we have the OCW team here, and then each of those websites has its own pipeline in here. So these are what's called inputs, these are outputs, and this is a job. So looking at all these different things, the automatic triggering is not enabled for this pipeline, but these, you can see these are all the things that it pulls in, right? So we have a Webpack build, for instance, that handles our CSS, JavaScript, all that, like transpiling it into bundles. And that creates a JSON file that describes where all of the CSS and JavaScript is hosted. Yeah, so each pipeline has its own like markdown input, which is that repo that we looked at back here. So this repo, and then OCW Hugo themes, and this repo is going away soon, but this is a separate repo recreated for storing the Hugo configuration and like the UI configuration for setting up how like this editor works. It's all like YAML and configurable with YAML. But these are getting merged soon, these two things. But the idea is you can run any one of these pipelines. Like this one hasn't been run before, so it's a bad example. And this is like our release candidate website, so like not a lot of stuff in here has been run. But like if you look at this, it shows all the steps that have been run, right? So like it checked this webhook, or fired off this webhook, and like the webhook talks back to this program and like sets this status over here, and this checks to see the latest version of the bundles to pull in. And then this pulls in like, so this is RC, so this is the release candidate branch that it pulls in, and like same with this. And then this pulls in like, if you're publishing in here, you have two choices, right? You can say staging or production. And like how that's done is basically the branch on the markdown repo. So it's either release or draft. And then we have the actual task here that runs the Hugo build. And then something that copies all the stuff up to S3. Because the live website is just an S3 bucket. Like if you go to ocw.mit.edu, like one of the core things that they made us think about while developing this is that it has to never go down, essentially, or have the least amount of chance of going down ever, and also be very fast. So it's literally just pre-rendered HTML sitting in an S3 bucket that's fronted by Fastly. So it's the most reliable situation you can think about, where there's no server involved in like rendering anything. It's just HTML sitting on a hard drive. So there's like nothing that can be problematic or get in the way. There's like, you know, there's like a video player and like a PDF viewer and stuff in here, and like JavaScript that can be maybe problematic in the future, but it's very bare bones. Thank you. I mean, this is what I work on every day, so I better be good at explaining it. You know, now I couldn't really explain to you very well the cosmic origin of chemical elements, but I can explain to you how this website was built. Like for instance, are there any PDFs in this course? No. Like if we go to /search, so this search app is actually, this is a React app that talks to a Elasticsearch index. Time to get into subatomic structures. Oh yeah. But if you look at like, so as you go through your software career, I'm sure you will have some jobs where there's legacy jank. Like some stuff that I've been talking about is kind of legacy jank, but like this is what's called an OCW Scholar course. And so MIT and Harvard have this relationship with this company called edX, who is, you know, if you've taken college courses online, you might have heard of edX before. They're like big in online learning. And a lot of these courses are converted from edX, where they're like an edX course, but they decide, oh, I want to make this free and publish it online. So it's like it goes through a conversion script and it's sort of like put in here. You had to pivot a company away from FTP. You use edX, nice. You got your full stack dev cert from edX, cool, very cool. Yeah, so at ODL we run a bunch of other websites as well. I'm not sure if you know about this, but like recently edX got bought out by a for-profit company called 2U. So a bunch of MIT professors had courses hosted on edX proper, and edX used to be a nonprofit organization before they got bought out. And after they got bought out, this was like, when did this happen? This happened very early in the pandemic, so this was like mid-2020 this happened. And we had to pivot and create a whole new platform for MIT professors to be able to host edX courses on MIT infrastructure. So we rolled this project MITx Online, which I am not actively working on, but a lot of the products that we do are Django front ends that sit in front of OpenEdX, right? So OpenEdX is edX that you can host yourself. So you can clone edX, essentially. Just like anything else I've been talking about tonight, you can go to edX platform and you can roll your own instance of edX. It's a project that's maintained by MIT and Harvard, and there's a lot of contributors, and basically it's the edX platform, and it requires development experience in a team, obviously, but you can take this software and you can implement your own edX. So Open Learning has a bunch of different products, like XPro, for instance, MIT XPro. There it is, second link here. This is our professional development service, so we train people from Boeing and all sorts of crazy government organizations on professional skills, and like, so this is essentially an instance of edX running in the background. This is just a promotional video, but like, when you enroll in these courses, they're actual edX courses. Are there any courses and licensing from MIT for free right now? Most of the free stuff is on OCW. So if you're looking for free learning, OCW is the way to go to look for anything. It's mostly a bunch of videos and PDFs, but the course videos are informative. MIT has courses on stuff that I didn't even know existed. Like, they have music courses. They have a ton of programming stuff. Like if you're looking at like Python, like Gentle Guide to Using Python, XKCD comic there as the course image, nice. And like there's a bunch of PDFs and stuff here, and like this PDF viewer, you can download the PDFs. One of the features that we're working on adding that a lot of people have missed about the old website, that's something that we've had trouble carrying over so far, is that the old website had the ability to download a zip file of the entire course, where you could just download all the PDFs, all the, not the videos, but like all the images, any of the course materials. You could just download it as a pack. And we're working on adding that, and we're working on really upgrading that. Like, people are kind of upset that it wasn't included with the website when it launched, but we're actually improving it, and it's going to be better, but it's going to take us some time to finish it. What we're going to do is we're going to explore a couple different things. We're going to explore, first of all, making an offline version of this website, because like, why are you using a static site publisher if you're not going to render an offline site? So like, that's step one, is just making this downloadable as like the old website was, where you can just download, you know, a version of this that you just double click and click through the HTML, and you can still view the PDFs and stuff just as if it were an app. But then we also want to make an app that you can download on iOS or Android or whatever, where you can like sync stuff to your local device and and stuff like that. I haven't done Android development in 10 years, but you know, mobile development has changed significantly where you can, like, a simple app like this, you can make it cross-platform pretty easily. So I think we're going to explore that as far as just making like a cross-platform way you can sync this stuff offline to your phone or your tablet or whatever. Anyway, I'm going to get back to my game here and probably switch my capture window. So I just dodged that boulder and my controller shut off. Hopefully it still works when I power it back on. Sometimes it can be sketchy. No, it's good. That's a boulder. Don't get run over. Alright, so we learned the trick is to run over after the pressure platform activates. So, not there. So that's a pressure platform for sure. So this is probably somewhere where I have to outrun a boulder. And like keep running, Indiana Jones style. This, I probably want to like let it go and sneak past it, so I'll try that. And run. Oh, battle. Yeah, no problem. I've never really talked about what I do on my stream before. It was interesting to explain that. I actually got my start on Twitch doing drum streaming, so like I would play the drums to just random music, and people could request stuff. But then there's that whole, oh, that guy's a lot of HP. There's that whole DMCA thing on Twitch, where like if you play copyrighted music, you basically just get fucked. So I can't really do that anymore, so I don't really do it. And for a while before the pandemic, I was doing in-person jam sessions with a friend of mine, and you know, but like when the pandemic started, that was definitely over with, and like we've had a hard time sort of getting back into that. Yeah, you know, we did a lot of that, and like sometimes I'll do it myself, like I can do looping and stuff. And I can play like the guitar and drums, and I can like loop over myself, but it takes a lot of motivation because it's very complicated to set up a music stream. And it takes a lot of motivation for me to be able to do that stuff, especially during the summer when it's hot here. I really gotta remember to have this kid learn some magic. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I thought about doing programming streams. I don't know if it's allowed for me to stream my workday, but that would maybe be interesting. Because like the work I do is open source, but it would be tricky because there are a lot of like AWS private keys and stuff that I'm viewing on a regular basis, and it would be hard to censor those as I'm doing work. If there was a safe way to do that, though, or like a plugin for OBS or something that interacted with VS Code and like automatically blanked out your secrets. I could maybe write something like that. It would have to be bulletproof, though, in order to like be even remotely acceptable to be used. Yeah, I mean, there's already like, if you've ever used pre-commit, there's already like pre-commit where you can like, before you go to commit something, it checks to make sure there are no secrets in your commits. If you had like a decently powered computer, I imagine you could like, yeah, and you know, like, I imagine a lot of streamers work on stuff that doesn't have sensitive access keys that can be accidentally broadcast. It would be hard to be careful about that. I don't know. People who do programming streams probably have insight on that kind of thing though, because like even if you're like working on something casual and like if you're a really popular streamer, you probably don't want like random people coming upon your stream to be able to break into your AWS buckets or whatever. So there's got to be something that people use, like a strategy people use to deal with that. Okay, let's not get fucked up by those guys. You gonna slam the ground? Yeah, you did. Alright, I'm gonna run by you. Cubic music score. Oh. Run! Ah. It's a random encounter? I thought it would like take damage. Alright, now I gotta fight these things. That makes sense. How much HP they got? They got 1200 HP. They do their spirit magic hardened to earth. So they're probably vulnerable to wind damage. I'm gonna attack, and I'm gonna do wind. And I kinda need some heals. So I'm gonna do Zephyr. Projects or follower projects that are secured for use. Ooh, yeah, that wind damage did a lot to him. So he's got, what, 400 HP, 500 HP, so... really just one of them attacking should work, but I'm gonna do both for safety, in case one of them miss. And you can do regular heals on Seth. I also did some drum streams where I just like, I have a huge playlist of an archive I downloaded of mod tracker music. So like, I don't know if you know what mod tracker music is, but it's like, basically like MIDI, but different, I guess. But it's like chiptune music, essentially. So like you sort of avoid copyright claims. And I just have like a huge playlist of it, and sometimes I'll just play the drums and play along to that stuff. Alright, so we think we need some emergency heals here, I think. Let's get Jansen healed up. You are gonna still do a heal on yourself. And let's just do a Zephyr on top of that. Just all healing. Get everybody up. Get everybody up there. Because he's gonna do something. Huh, interesting. Hey, he works at Broadcom, cool. I've used Broadcom network adapters. And they are mostly pretty great. Two damage. Oh, counterattack. Okay, maybe that was a bad idea. What were they called formerly? I don't even know. I only know them as Broadcom. Ore-sama Saiko desu! Symantec. Really? Really? I did not know that Broadcom came from Symantec. That's wild. Like Comcast to Xfinity. Let's get some heals going on here. I need some mana. I'm running low on mana herbs. I have a mana capsule that's like emergency mana. I need more mana herbs. Yeah. All right. Avoid. Give me that chest. Curse. Oh, I forgot to set the... She needs to learn black magic. Do casting support for now. Make him cast Prism faster. Huge explosion. Damn. Not bad, not bad. All right, let's clean up here. Wait a second. You attack this. Black magic. We're gonna do... There's a ground on the flying guy. Oh, she can't cast heals. Don't hit Seth. Okay. The enemies in this are always the weirdest designed. It's taking everything weird with FF10, just putting it into a collider and pulling out whatever flew out. Yeah. I don't know, like this game really jives with me for some reason. I mean, my first FF that I got into was FF8, actually, because like around when FF7 was really popular, I didn't have a PlayStation because my parents for a long time refused to buy me any video game consoles. And the first video game console I got was an NES, but I got it when I forget how old I was, but it was like late 16-bit era, so like the PlayStation was about to come out. It was probably like 94, 95, so it's probably like, I don't know, 10 years old or something like that. But like the NES was already out for a long time, and like the SNES was already out for a long time. No, well, they didn't think they were evil. They thought they were like a waste of my time. My parents are hippies, so like they also like, they're different now. They're still hippies, but like they obviously like don't fear technology nowadays. But like back in the day, like my dad didn't want to buy a microwave because he thought it would fry our brains. So we didn't have a microwave for a while. But eventually, you know, he was educated on Faraday cages and why they work. But But you know, it was what it was. And like, I obviously was obsessed with technology. My brother was an electrical engineer, so. That's good enough for now. Maybe we'll do a Zephyr. Yeah, I mean, the first console I bought with my own money was a Sega Dreamcast, and I bought it with all of the money I had earned that summer. My first job was picking cucumbers and corn and peppers on a farm, which is like backbreaking labor that I did for like $4.50 an hour. And I bought a Sega Dreamcast with all of my earnings, and my parents were pissed. But I had a great time playing Sonic Adventure, though. I don't still have my Dreamcast because it broke. I bought another one in college, but I don't even know what happened to that thing. Jansen, a rock-solid door like this? How? So we just need to find a way. I think this... I shouldn't have healed because this gives you all your health back. Alright, so we have a save point here. So let's save. I still got the memories. Yeah, I do. And I also have Redream if I want to play Dreamcast games. Can play anything through emulators nowadays. Actually, to the side of me here, I have, I think I can... Let me see if I can turn off my chroma key filter here. Oh, I forgot to F11 again. There we go. And original. There we go. To my side here, I have a CRT monitor that I got on Craigslist. I got in a deal. This guy, he just advertised this CRT, which is, you know, basically just your run-of-the-mill CTX 15-inch CRT for $40, which is like kind of a great deal based on how popular retro gaming is right now. But the other thing, this is new old stock. So this tube, before I got it from him, had never been used. So this is basically like a brand new CRT. You know, and like the colors on it look amazing. And like a thing I have set up on here actually is RetroArch. So I have a server, I have a home server that's on all the time. And it's actually not running RetroArch right now, and like you see the frame rate doesn't match the camera. But if I'm running RetroArch on there, I just have a controller at all times it's hooked up to that, and like I have RetroArch and just like a bunch of SNES games and NES games and stuff, and I can play them on like a CRT on demand, which is pretty awesome. That's a picture of my cat Gracie there. And that's her back there, IRL. And there you go, breaking the fourth wall. And we can turn this on again. Bam. Alright, so what are we doing here? This door is locked. There's an unexplored path this way. Wait, I came down here. This guy is gonna try and slam me. Run! Run! What's in here? A slot seed. I love how typical of a JRPG this game is. It's just like, I mean, I played like, I don't know if you played Octopath Traveler and Triangle Strategy, but I played the shit out of both of those games, and like Octopath Traveler was like, great game for me. Love that game. Yeah, love Octopath Traveler. Still haven't beaten like the true final boss, like the one that requires both parties. I got to that part and was like, all right, I gotta put this down for a while, and then I never picked it back up again. But I gotta go back and do that. What am I doing here? Prism? Yeah. Yeah, it would take some time for me to like even remember what I needed to do to, because I played through that game mostly thinking, oh, I just need one party, and like I have a bunch of unleveled characters in it, so I need to do a bunch of grinding probably. I do want to beat that eventually though. If I do that, I'd probably stream it. Casting Prism on me? I think not. I love the smack the staff on the ground sound effect. It's a good end cap to the battle. I guess I can at least refresh my mana and health after each battle. Alright, so what do we got going on here? Is there a path not taken here? Something that I haven't done? I guess I haven't gone down that way. It doesn't look like there's anything over there, though. It just looks like you get hit by the boulder and you get fucked. This thing is kind of glowing. Oh, I can push it. Okay. Interesting. So, I can push this way. Oh, I know what's going on here. Alright, I gotta trigger the boulder and let it... Alright. See, these puzzles are probably solvable by a 5-year-old, but it takes me about 30 minutes to figure them out. Yeah! And now no more boulders. How convenient. You did it! Alright then, let's hurry on. We're gonna get our HP back and we're gonna save. Save states are broken in this emulator, but I probably wouldn't use them anyway. With games like this, I want it to sort of feel like the original game. They would have been useful in a scenario that about two streams back I ran into, where since this is an emulator and it's kind of a buggy, newer emulator, there was an issue where the emulator would crash when you got to the end of a specific cutscene, so you had to like work around it, and like you had to do a cheat engine thing to make sure like you could save anywhere. You had to like save in the middle of the cutscene. It was like a whole thing. I just ended up downloading a pre-built save. Oh shit, he's possessed. Where does the data matriculate? This is fucked up. The Japanese voices are so much better than the English dub. Cook! Bad idea, I just told you that. Is anyone listening to me? That's the English dub. Alright, boss battle that I'm not prepared for. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. JRPG for reason, not ARPG, yeah. Alright, so how much health does he have? The tentacles have 300 each. There's 4 tentacles. I can't hit anything else. I guess we'll just go with Tentacles A for now. And obviously, just as usual, when there's a lot of stuff to hit, cast Prism. I played XCOM, I've not played Baldur's Gate. Which I'm ashamed to say as a child of the 90s. Dice rolls, yeah. It's like, oh, wait a second. I probably don't want to hit the one with Cook in it. Okay. So Cook's HP, alright. I wonder if I can heal Cook. Does that damage Cook? That did not damage Cook. Okay. Can I attack this one? I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Do another prism as well. Don't hurt her. Don't hurt her. Don't hurt her. Nice. Okay, yeah. Maybe that will free her then and stop the soul drain. Maybe I do want to attack that one first. Wonder if I can heal her. Haha, yeah. This only has 1 hit left in it. We need some heals. That is not good. Those heals are not very strong. Okay. Maybe I can heal her now. Yeah. They were excited about the graphics on the Xbox 360. I read an interview, or like listened to an interview about this, and like they said at the beginning of development of this game, they had no idea what they were doing with the 360 because it was brand new and they had never developed a game for it before. So they went into it with like their PlayStation JRPG mindset and said they sort of hit a wall with development because it was not what they were used to at all. But the game, like, doesn't have that many bugs in it for being that, you know? Emergency heals first. You are going to start casting... Do we have a lot of enemies? No, only one. Can we poison him, maybe? We'll try it. Two hits. I think it was all done by Mistwalker, but they I didn't really catch what was going on there. Just knock him out, I guess? I don't know. Miss. Yeah. That's certainly a thing. I don't know what else to do here except attack him. Do I have a sleep spell? Can I turn him to stone? Wonder if I had a different choice there to maybe not take him out. Yeah. Rip. Ripperoni. Oh. All right, I caused my own game over there. Noted. I figured that was what you needed to do. I guess I missed something there, though. All right. Try this again. Watch this one more time. pay attention this time, maybe. Gotta slink down for the cutscenes.
呪いの森だぜ。待て。
私を呼んでる。
マックは森に取り込まれている。近づけばお前も飲まれるぞ。
助けなきゃ。
待つんだ。
やめとけって。
マック。
That was definitely like an English voiceover. The rest of it, like, it would have been cook. But it was just cook. Alright, so we want to free Cook as soon as possible. I believe it's Tentacles A that have her. No, it's Tentacles C, because those are the highest HP ones. Don't hit Cook. Nice. Alright. Emergency heals.
ほらよ。じゃあね。
Alright, so I can't kill him.
マクちゃんに邪魔してない？
してない。操られてるんだからしょうがないでしょ。とにかくあれやめてもらわないと後ろのやつが狙えないよ。
傷つけずに無力化する方法はないのか。
たく世話焼けるぜ。おねんねでもしててもらうか？
よっと。
That's not good. That worked though, or seemed to. Do I have anything to revive? Thought I had some. Angel Plume. No, don't kill anyone. Kaiman's death. That's not who you're supposed to hit. Now I have to revive everyone. Who's it gonna be? Probably Jansen. More MP.
Thank you. やばかった。
よっと。
Fantastic. No revive items. I don't know what to do here. Oh, he's exposed himself. Oh, he only wakes. He only goes to sleep for a second then. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Wonder if I can heal him. Nope. I don't have any more mana. Well, I guess you could try this thing.
ほらよ
Not great. I don't have any more revives. Or heals, really. I don't know what to do except kill Mac. And when he dies, it's game over. Although I guess I do know what to do, which is put him to sleep, but I don't have the MP to do that. Yeah, I need to come in here with more items. Or the get MP back on guarding thing or something like that. He doesn't have the sleep skill. And she doesn't have the mana to do it. And I don't have mana to give her. Anyway, I think it's time to just finish it off and call it a night. Kind of tried aborting the battle many times, but they're terrorized and they fail to attack. Just kill him already. Yeah, I need a few more, I need a few more healing items, and I need a few more people that can cast sleep. Because he needs to be in sleep for me to do damage. Do you think he's already feared? Gosh, she has the emergency revive. Anyway, I'm gonna call this for now. I've already got the save point there. I'm gonna come back at this tomorrow. Hopefully, it's not too hot. It's supposed to be... It's been a heat wave all this week, as it is a lot of places. But tomorrow is supposed to be the peak of the heat wave. And my AC/central air system has not been handling it well. So it is quite warm here. But we'll see tomorrow, probably. Trying to beat this battle. It's good talking to you, Ray Crocs. We'll see you around. Take care. Have a good night.